the biggest gap in women's studies is the failure to have a requirement about biology.
Oh, well,
there's no reference to biology. You've had like now 40 years of women's studies, right, with the social constructionist view of gender, okay, without the slightest reference to hormones or endocrinology or anything else.
40 years of women's studies, and I think we know less about gender than we did when they started. For this very reason, this dogma. Oh, that men and women are the same, that we're cognitively interchangeable.
We're blank slates at birth, and society inscribes gender on us.
Yes, yes.
It's absurd.
Yes, as one feminist philosopher said many years ago, we're all born bisexual, and then through socialization, we're transformed into gendered human beings, one destined to command, the other to obey. So I once read that to my husband, who said, which one commands and which obeys?
There you go. Yeah. I mean, for heaven's sakes, I'm someone who was writing a dissertation on androgyny. Okay, and I never, for one moment in my entire life, have questioned that the sexes are actually different, and that there's a very powerful hormonal compulsion that drives the sexes together for procreation. Hello. Okay.
And it's so obvious. Yeah. And people say, well, what's the evidence? Well, let's start with the entire anthropological record, or just go into just look at a magazine rack, and it's clear that men are looking, on average, I'm not talking about all men and all women, but on average, there are different propensities.
Men have 8 to 10 times the amount of testosterone, okay, circulating in their bodies than women do. Okay, I mean, as if there aren't consequences from that. But of course, this subject is something utterly untouched. Okay, in gender studies, you could graduate with a degree in women's studies and know nothing about it.
Nothing to know. And so. Anytime they find statistical disparity between men and women in any field, if there are more male, petroleum engineers, it has to be discrimination.
Right. It can't be women's free choice for any reason.
Free choice, and that on average, women are interested in other things.
Absolutely. And also women want more flexibility in their lives to allow for children. But that's not also part of the feminist equation.
And as if we don't have a special bond with children. As if it's so absurd. The denial of nature, the denial of femininity and masculinity.
Absolutely.
Which for most people, it's a source of enjoyment and if you are conventionally feminine, you enjoy that typically, and the same with male, and you enjoy a masculine man, and all of this is now sort of either denied or there's this aura of disapproval around conventional sexuality, and there's a little pushback in the academy. And so
it's because there's no knowledge. Okay, and people are just settled, okay, and sluggish within their little cells, the ideological cells, and there really are very few truly inquiring minds left. Okay, no true intellectuals. Okay, really in the academy. The academy is now, of course, the colleges and universities have never been known for producing free thinkers. Okay, it is after all a bureaucratic entity, the academy. But that's what if we want intellectuals, this is. So the present system is certainly not the way to produce them.